And now, CCW News presents Holy Crap, This Is Actually Happening! Premeditated Accident Edition, January 26, 2023. I'm Chuck U. Farley. The big news last week was the World Economic Forum's annual private jet and decadent dinner parties for literal Bond villains who pretend to freak out over climate change and made-up terms like social justice while plotting to force-feed the world bugs. The shindig included a completely unhinged rant from perpetual grifter Al Gore, who wants us to forget that he's been wrong on literally everything he's predicted since the 1970s. In order to ensure that no one takes them seriously, disgraced CNN unreliable source Bryant Stelter led a panel titled, "The Clear and Present Danger of Disinformation." He was indeed the clearest and most present. High school dropout and autistic globalist puppet Greta Thunberg staged her own arrest in Germany. Raising a fist in solidarity with fellow faker AOC, she screamed, "How dare you!" until two Somali weightlifters yelled back, "This is MAGA country!" and threw puka shell necklaces and soggy Lucky Charms on her. Everyone is talking about the ongoing feud between Steven Crowder and the Daily Wire, which was overwhelmingly won by the Babylon Bee. In the wake of her husband's hammer play gone wrong, Nancy Pelosi had priests come and perform an exorcism on their San Francisco home. I swear, I am not making this up. Old Nance has since been unable to cross the threshold without her skin melting. After nearly a year of letting Alec Baldwin get away with premeditated murder, authorities have finally admitted that it's physically impossible to load, cock, aim, and fire a single-action revolver accidentally. Even though he's a liberal Hollywood elite, because he had motive, opportunity, and was found with more live rounds on his person, not to mention his established history of mental instability, he will face the harshest wrist-slapping U.S. courts can offer. An exhaustive investigation by the same entities that tracked down anyone within 10 miles of the D.C. property on January 6 concluded that they are still unable to figure out who leaked the Supreme Court's draft decision of Roe v. Wade just in time for midterm campaigning. The Lunar New Year celebration sadly ended with a literal bang after a 72-year-old man shot and killed 11 people in a Monterey Park dance studio, and then 2 days later, another shooter killed 7 people at Half Moon Bay. Both maniacs were Asians who killed other Asians, so just like any weekend in Chicago, the press wasn't interested in non-agenda exploitable deaths. Also not in the news, crypto moguls are Epsteining left and right. In fact, 5 of them died mysteriously in the last few weeks of 2022. Nothing to see here, folks. Simply noticing patterns makes you a crazy conspiracy theorist. New Zealand's evil overlord Jacinda Ardern stepped down, saying that she simply ran out of gas. After 2 years of forced lockdowns, experimental medical procedure mandates, and draconian no-COVID policies that made China blush, she must indeed be exhausted. While the hashtag #BetterWithJoe trended on Twitter, most of the posts focused on how the cabbage-in-chief has broken many records. For instance, his is the first political father and son team to be simultaneously under investigation. Meanwhile, the DOJ found yet more classified documents under his guest room bed, in his medicine cabinet, and lining his dog's crates. The, quote, consensual search, end quote, of old Joe's home was noted as the first time he's done anything consensual, although the agents were instructed to allow excessive sniffing, both from him and the dogs. Some of the illegally obtained documents date all the way back to his Senate days, which means the DOJ is having to keep 2 piles of document evidence, one for top secret and one for plagiarized. For CCW News, this has been Holy Crap, This Is Actually Happening. I'm Chuck U. Farley. Good night, and may God help us.